Hi, Merry Christmas. Sadly we can't all be together this year for Christmas Calm, but I thought I'd bring it to you from my shed at the bottom of the garden. So we'll start with a short vinyasa flow, and then we'll go into a bit of yin. So what I would say, just make sure you've got your cushions, blankets, any pillows you might need for our yin. You can always pause the video though, that's the luxury of these. And then I would get your playlist. If you have something you like to listen to whilst you're relaxing, maybe get that ready, because playing through the recording isn't very clear, so I thought it'd be nice if you all got your music you enjoy. Okay, so we're just going to begin by stretching out the legs. Just have a point and flex the toes and circle the feet together. And then just come into our tabletop. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, curl the toes, and just do a couple of cat-cow rolls. Just working with the breath, just nice and slow, warming up. Inhale and exhale. As you lift up into cow, just lift through the chest. Take the gaze up to the ceiling or out in front. And then as you exhale, round through the spine, push through the floor. Separate the shoulder blades out. And then when you do a few more, just maybe bring in a little bit of hip movement. Round one way and round the other way. Just nice and slow. Just gently moving into your body. And as always through the session, if nothing feels right for you, just slowly come out of it. And just be mindful of your movements as we go through the session. And then just sit back on your heels, curl the toes under, just have a little stretch through the back of the feet. And then from there, come up into your down dog and push the hips to the back of the room, nice bend through the legs, and walk the feet out. Lift one foot at a time off the mat. And then bend the right knee, big bend in the right knee. Push the heel of the left foot to the mat, and then push your hips to the back of the room. Let your head, neck relax, look at your left knee. Push through the arms, shoulders. Push the hips to the back of the room, and then swap sides. Heel of the big bend in the left leg, heel of the right foot down to the floor. Again, push the right hip to the back of the room. Push through the arms, relax the head, take the gaze to the shin. And then just walk out. And then gently walk the feet up to the hands. So I'm just going to slip the Christmas socks off. And then from there, just take a nice gentle forward fold. Little gentle sway side to side. Good. And then either come up with a straight back or round and come all the way up to standing. Take the arms overhead, have a stretch, maybe clasp the hands, gently lean side to side, pushing out through the hips. And then exhale, hands to the heart center. And just go through a short half vinyasa and then into sun salutation. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold again. Big bend in the knees, nice and gently for the first few, just warming the body. And then inhale, lengthen through the spine. Hands onto the shins. Really lengthen through the spine, just so you can feel your back muscles working. So lift a little bit higher than you normally would. One more breath. And exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, and then just do one more of those. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good. Just hold it there for one more breath. You bend in the knees. So your torso's resting on your thighs. And just keep that bend in the knees as you begin to lift yourself up. Bring the arms up, overhead, into chair. So just keep that seat going down. Weight into the heels slightly. Inhale and exhale, reach up. Straighten the legs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. So we'll just move into our first sun salutation. So come hands at the heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back with the right leg. Good. Bring the knee to the floor. Lift the chest, look forward. Fingertips are on the floor. Inhale. Exhale, step back to plank or tabletop with the knees down. Take a breath here, push through the floor, push through the chest away from the floor, heels to the back of the room. Engage the muscles in the legs. Inhale. And then exhale, knees down, lower all the way to the floor. So from here you can come into Sphinx with the forearms down, or you can come into a small cobra. So inhale, come into your back bend. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Back into down dog. Got 2 deep breaths. Inhale. Inhale, lift the left leg. Sorry, right leg. And step the foot all the way forward, left knee to the floor. Fingertips on the mat, lift the chest, look forward. And next breath, step forward with the left foot, inhale. Inhale, hands to shin, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And again, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back with the left foot this time, knee down, fingertips to the floor, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, tabletop or plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, lower all the way to the floor. Cobra or Sphinx, inhale. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths in your down dog. Or you can stay in tabletop, whichever suits your body this evening. Good, couple more breaths. Inhale, lift the left leg. Step the left leg forward, right knee down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fingertips down, push your hips forward, lift the chest. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, hands to the shins, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just starting to build some heat now through the body. So we'll just carry on for a few more. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back with the right foot. Bring the knee to the mat. Bring the arms, hands off the mat. Bring the arms overhead. Low lunge. You can look up at the ceiling or keep your gaze forward. Reach through the arms. As you reach, try not to bring the shoulders up to the ears. Just try and relax a little bit through the shoulders. Good, one more breath. Exhale, hands down, step back into plank or tabletop. Take a breath, inhale, and then exhale, knees down, lower all the way to the floor. This time we'll come into, you can either do Cobra, Sphinx, keep it where you are for your back bend, however you feel this evening, or you can come into Locust, hands by your side of your body. We're going to keep our thumbs on the inside, so we're just brushing the thighs, and then inhale, lift the legs, lift the torso off the mat. You don't have to go far into Locust, just so you can feel your back muscles starting to engage in your glutes. One more breath. Exhale, back into down dog. Good, 2 breaths in down dog. One more breath. Inhale, lift the right leg. Step the right leg forward, left knee down. Bring the arms up, low lunge. Gaze up or forward. One more breath. Then exhale, fingertip down, step. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands start center. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back with the left leg. Knee down, reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank or tabletop. Lower the knees to the floor. Good. Come back into Locust, or you can do Cobra or Sphinx. Take an inhale, come into your back bend. One more breath. And then as you release, exhale all the way back into down dog. Couple of breaths in down dog. Either being static or you can move. Create a little bit of movement through the hips. Good, one more breath. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step the left leg through. Right knee down. Lift the arms. Good. Inhale. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. I'm just going to do that with high lunge now. So 3 different salutations. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back with the right leg. Bring the right knee down to the floor to start, and then lift the arms up to the ceiling. Inhale. And then exhale, lift the back knee off the floor. Keep the back knee on the floor if you wish. Just hold it there, just one more breath. And then exhale, hands down, step back into plank or tabletop. Push through the floor. Good, lengthen the feet, heels away, strength through the legs. Belly button to spine. Inhale. And then exhale, knees to the floor, all the way down. Choose a back bend that you enjoy. I'm going to do Locust, so inhale into your back bend. Just 1 or 2 breaths there. Good, inhale. And then exhale into down dog. And take 2 or 3 breaths in the down dog. Again, making sure that you try and get the weight off the wrist, so you push your hips to the back of the room. Keep a
nice bend in the legs. Start to straighten the legs, and if you feel your shoulders being brought forward, then keep that bend in the legs. You can bring your hips, bum to the back of the room with a slight bend. This takes the pressure off the wrists. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step the left leg forward, right knee down, hands to the ceiling. Again, you can stay there or lift the back knee off the floor. Good. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the floor, step all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Good. Exhale, hands to that center. Last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back with the left leg. The left knee down, bring the arms up. Good, stay there or lift the left knee off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back with the right foot. Exhale, knees down, lower all the way to the floor. Choose the back bend. Come into the back bend. Remember to relax the shoulders if you're in cobra. Elbows in towards the body. Firm through the hands. Make sure the hands are connected to the mat. Exhale, down dog. 2 or 3 breaths here. Remembering to relax the head and neck. Good, inhale, lift the left leg. Step the left leg forward. Right knee down, lift the arms to the ceiling. And hold it there or lift the right knee off the mat. Inhale, hands down, step the right foot forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Okay, just do a few standing poses and then we'll come into our yin. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back with the right leg, ground the foot into the mat and push through the front thigh, come all the way up to standing. So from there, bring the arms up and we'll just come into triangle. So reach forward with the left hand, bring the left arm down, right hand up to the ceiling. Remember, ground through the feet, engage those muscles in the legs. Wherever you are. Take one more breath. And then exhale, bend the front knee slightly, reach back up. And we'll come into warrior 2. Bend the front knee. Make sure you've got that little bit of distance between the legs. The hips are level. Arms at shoulder height. Gaze out through that middle finger. Firm through those feet. Inhale. And then exhale into right angle. So from there, forearm onto the front thigh. Right arm can come over the right ear. Reach through the hand. Reach through the fingers. Trying to stretch away. Firm through the feet. Try not to lean into that left arm. Try and use that leg, so you're just balancing that left arm onto the thigh. One more breath. You can turn your right shoulder open. You can gaze up at the ceiling, look forward or down. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Bring the right knee to the floor. Take the left arm up to the ceiling, gaze up or out to the side or down. Hold it there, or if you want to, Take the right knee off the mat. Take that left arm behind you so you're opening out through the front of the chest. Good, one more breath. And then exhale, bring the left hand down, set the left leg back so you're in plank. Inhale, exhale, knees down, lower all the way to the floor. So come into a Sphinx or Cobra if you feel like that's more comfortable for your body. Otherwise we're going to come into Locust. This time turn the palms of the hands down, have the pinkies into the thighs. So just before you lift up, lengthen the feet away, push through the pubic bone, lift the arms, chest off the floor of the legs. Feel the spine muscles engage. We're opening out through the front of the shoulders as well, so internally rotating the shoulders, opening the chest. One more breath. Exhale, release down. Hands forward, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Good. Inhale. And exhale. This time, I'm going to bring the right leg forward, ground through the left foot into that, come all the way up. Arms at shoulder height. So we'll come into triangle to start. So reach forward, push the left hip back, and then bring the arm down. Just as wherever is comfortable. If you need to have a block or a book or something you can use, if you have a bolster or blocks handy, try not to use that front leg as a leaning into it. If you are, just have it there, just as a little balance. Otherwise, take the top hand, left arm up to the ceiling, gaze up, forward or down, push through the feet, engage the legs. Inhale, exhale, bend the front knee, come up into warrior two. In warrior two, you may need to lengthen your stance. Just check your feet. If you find yourself a little unbalanced in standing postures, you can take the feet further apart widthwise. Can help you maintain a bit more steady pose. So bring the arms up at shoulder height, bend through the front leg, look out through the middle finger. Just make sure your left knee isn't dropping inside. Make sure that you've got that connection to the mat with the toes and the soles of the feet. Inhale and exhale. And then exhale, bring the forearm down to the thigh. Bring the left arm over the left ear. Reach through those fingers so you're creating that long angle between arm, through the shoulder, hip, down to the leg and foot. Try not to dump into this right arm. Push through that right leg, and you're just using that arm as a little bit of a guide. One more breath. And then exhale, hands down to the mat. Bend the left knee onto the mat. Take the right arm up to ceiling. Open through that right shoulder. Curling the toes, you can lift the left knee off the mat. Look up, look straight on, or look down. Good, keep pushing through the floor. Engage the muscles of the legs. Good, one more breath. And then exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back into down dog or tabletop. Just take a couple of breaths. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, lower to the floor. Come into a back bend. I'm going to come into locust, palms down to the mat, pinkies on the inside, on the outside of the thighs. Inhale, lift, a couple of breaths here. Lifting just high enough so you can feel that engagement through the spine. You can feel those back muscles starting to work. One more breath. Exhale. Release into down dog. Good. Couple of breaths in down dog. Inhale. And exhale, just bring the knees to the floor. Sit back on to your heels. Swing your hips down onto the mat. And from there, just take the legs long. Just bring the right leg in. Bring the inside of the foot to the inside of the right inside of foot into the left inside of the thigh. Relax the right knee. If you need to prop it with something, just pop something underneath it. And then bring the toes back towards you. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, just lean slightly forward. Try and make that connection into the mat. Inhale. And exhale, release, straighten the right leg. Swap legs. Again, bring the toes back towards you, making sure you're working this right leg. Fingertips into the mat. Lift through the spine. Make sure you ground through your sit bones and then slightly lean forward. Inhale, come back up to center, both legs long. If you're tight through your hamstrings or your lower back, just sit onto a little cushion or just keep a nice slight bend through the legs. And then when you're ready, just make sure you can feel that connection to the mat. Bring the toes back towards you. Fingertips to the mat, lengthen through the spine, inhale, and then exhale, release. You can let the head relax down. If the hamstrings are tight, you can just bring the arms underneath the knees, helps just to let them relax onto something. Try and keep the toes back towards you. Keep that length through the spine. Couple more breaths. And inhale. And slowly exhale, bring yourself all the way back up to sitting. Just hug the knees in. Have a little rock side to side. And then just bring the soles of the feet together, let the legs drop out. Again, if you've got anything to pad them out with, if that feels comfortable, then do that. Feet can be further away from the body or closer in, however that feels for you. So we'll come into our yin now. We'll start in our seated butterfly, but if you want to just pause it and pop on any music, then please do so. Or make yourself comfortable, put your socks on, get a warm jumper. And we're going to start by coming into seated butterfly. So again, if you're tight through your hips, maybe sit on a little cushion or pillow and take the feet a little bit further away. If you have a block, it's quite nice to, when you relax your forehead onto something, it allows you to be more inward. It just allows you to allow your body to take yourself inside And then allow yourself that moment of reflection. If you haven't got a block, maybe you've got, I don't know, you could use a stool, a wee stool or something with a cushion on. Sometimes really good to improvise, or if you're near a settee, you could perhaps get one of the cushions and use that, or a chair. So we're just going to hold this for another couple of minutes. But if you feel that that isn't okay for your body, and you slowly just release yourself out. So no burning, pins and needles, or any pinching sensations. Small amount of discomfort is okay. And you settle on your breath. So slow, deep breathing. So last 30 seconds. Take the final 3 deep breaths. Exhale, slowly bring yourself all the way back up. And now just bring the knees together. Just gently rock side to side. And then we'll just come into seated half straddle. So just bend the left leg, take the right leg as far as comfortable for you. Maybe use a block or a cushion or pillow by the side of your leg if you need to. Take the right arm down the right leg. You can bend at the elbow and then just lean into let your head lean into the hand and just hold it there. Just gently close the eyes, settle into the breath. It's going to have 2 minutes each side. Lean onto the block if it feels better, or just take the right arm longer and let the head settle. But whatever you settle into your pose, just come to your breath, your slow deep breath.
Try and settle into the silence. And just take your final 3 deep breaths. Inhale. And slowly exhale. And as you exhale, very gently bring yourself back up to centre. Take the hands behind. Just straighten the left leg. Just bring both legs together and just have a little rock side to side. And then just take that to the other side. So bring the left leg in. The left leg can be further out. Sorry, the right leg can be further away from the body. Take the left leg as comfortable for yourself. You can block this right knee or pillow or something. And then when you're ready, just take your left elbow down to your left thigh. Lean into the head, into the hand. Just find your comfortable position. Just going to be here for another 2 minutes. Just settle into the breath. Begin to take the final 3 deep breaths. And final breath, just very slowly begin to move. Again, just straighten the right leg, bring the left leg back, just have a little rock side to side. I'll take the hands behind. Nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And then just take the leg, we're going to just go for a full dragonfly. If you have a pillow or block, bolster, take the legs as wide as possible. It's comfortable that you can hold it for 3 minutes. Actually, just start to bring yourself forward. You might be on the block, a bit higher with yourself forward. Or if that's too uncomfortable for you, you can just keep your arms behind and just bring yourself upright. But just close the eyes. So 3 minutes, wherever is comfortable for you. And then begin to take the final 3 deep breaths. As you exhale, just very gently begin to bring yourself back up to sitting. Weight behind you, bring the legs gently together. A slow rock side to side. Just bring the knees up, a gentle rock side to side. And then just come into your mats, come into tabletop. Come into tabletop, and then from there just walk the hands forward, keep the hips over the knee, and just begin to lower your forehead down to the floor. And if you don't, if the forehead doesn't reach, just put a little block under it, or a book, or a cushion, or pillow. Or if you have a bolster, pillow, cushion, you can bob it under the chest as well, and the forehead, rest the chest into the block or the cushion. So keep the arms out in front unless you have any burning sensations through the shoulders. In that case, just bend the shoulders or just come out of the pose and come into child's pose. Otherwise, keep the arms out in front. Keep the hips high and just settle into your breath. It's a melting heart. So I'll stay here for 2 more minutes. If you're in child's pose, you can bring the knees wide, the knees together, and again just rest the forehead
onto something. Arms can be down by the side. Wherever you are, just come to that slow, deep breath. And just come to your final 3 deep breaths. And slowly on the last inhale, slowly move, and the exhale, just bring yourself to tabletop. Maybe just do a few cat-cow rolls or up into a very gentle down dog. Just be mindful of your movement as you move out of the longer held poses. And then from there, just come back to tabletop. Take your left foot to the outside of your left hand. You can pad out your right knee. Now if that's enough, you stay there. We're going in the dragons. We're just going to hold this for about 2 minutes. Otherwise, take that right knee back a little bit, sink deeper into the hips, drop the hips towards the floor. Just hold it there. Right. If that's too much for you, you can always get a block and lift yourself up a little higher, or a book or something. Or otherwise you can bring your hands onto your left knee. Wherever you are, just settle into your breath. And begin to take your final 3 deep breaths. And your last exhale, slowly move the hips back. Take the left leg back. Or just sit back on the heels, Little rocks side to side, down dog or tabletop, whichever feels nice. Let me take that to the other side. And when you're ready, just bring yourself forward. Take the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Again, if that's enough, you stay there. Or if you know one side's tighter than the other, just bring the hands up to the right knee. Otherwise, just walk that left leg back a little bit and sink into those hips. Wherever is comfortable for you. Come up onto your block, stool, chair. Just use whatever you can just to make yourself a bit more comfortable in the pose. These are testing poses, the dragons, because the hips are always, can always be tight. So just close the eyes and use that breath to breathe into that discomfort. Just for 2 minutes. Close the eyes, lower the head. But always don't hold the pose if they don't feel right for you. Just come out, come into child's pose, or do something that feels better for your body. Let's begin to take the final 3 deep breaths. And final exhale. Very, very gently, just bring yourself out to the pose. Take the right leg back, child's pose, tabletop, or just sit back on your heels and a little rocks side to side. Whichever feels good. The last couple of poses. So from there, just make our way down onto our tummies. So if you know your back is tight, you come into Sphinx. So you just come onto the forearms, make sure you relax through the hips. And you just hold it there. We're all going to hold this one for 2 minutes. And then for another minute, we'll come into seal. But if that doesn't feel okay for your back, just walk the elbows a little bit further forward. And that just takes a little bit more pressure out of the lumbar spine, the lower spine. Or if you want to, you can just rest your head down into your arms. If you're in Sphinx, maybe if you've got a block, you can just bring your forehead to the block. Just helps you turn inward just a little bit. Just that slight pressure through the forehead. So just hold this for 2 minutes, so just settle into the breath. Remembering to relax through the lumbar back, through the buttock muscles, down the legs. Just let them go. Surprising how much tension you can feel yourself holding without even realising. Onto your slow, deep breath. 2 minutes, so just gently, if you want to stay there, or lower back down to the mat. If not, come up into what we call seal, so just straighten the arms gently. You can sink into the shoulders. You can walk the arms out a little bit further, takes the compression out the spine a little bit more, or you can walk them in a little bit more. So I'm just going to do a minute here. Try again to release the buttocks if you are, and the legs, because you tend to put a little bit more engagement through the muscles. So try and soften through the muscles, and then if you realise that's quite sore into the lower back, just bring the arms a little bit further apart so you can relax the muscles. Just slow, deep breath. So just going to take final 3 breaths. I've only been here for a minute. And then the last exhale, slowly bring yourself all the way down to the mat. Make a little pillow with your hands. Maybe just have a little shake side to side through the hips. Inhale and exhale, and then just come onto your forearms. I'm just going to come into a little bit of a shoulder opener. So just take the left hand out in front of you, and then slide the right arm underneath, and then just relax the left arm, and you can take your chin over your right shoulder. You can just nestle into that right shoulder. Left arm can be overhead, or you can bring it round and let your forehead drop onto it. I'm just going to do a minute each side. Try and let that right shoulder drop into the mat. And inhale. And exhale, slowly release your right arm out. Just come back onto your forearms. Take a couple of breaths there before we do the other side. And then just reach the right arm as far as you can forward. A little bit more space than me. Or the left arm through as far as you can before you bring yourself down. You can block your head with a block, or use your right arm to rest. Just let the arms relax, let the left shoulder relax into the mat, let the whole body drop into the floor. And just for a minute, we shall come to our slow deep breath. And then begin to take your final 3 deep breaths. Slowly exhale, bring yourself slowly out of the pose. Gently come back to tabletop. Just have a little roll through the hips, circle the hips. And then when you're ready, we're just going to come all the way over onto our backs just for a few minutes relaxation. But you can always stay here for longer. So just make yourself really comfy. When I finish, you can just sit for a bit longer if you've got the time. Just put something warm on. Just relax down, maybe put a pillow under the head, cover yourself with a blanket, and just come to a position that makes you comfortable. So if you want to put something under your knees, or just keep your legs bent. Again, wherever is comfortable for you. Feet wide apart, knees in. We're just going to use this last 5 minutes just to a little bit of relaxation. So wherever you are, relax into the floor. Relax every muscle. Let go of every fibre in your body, every cell. And work your way out from every cell, every muscle, every organ. Let it relax. Let your awareness go. And relax from the top of the head all the way down to the toes. Relax from the fingers to the shoulders. Nothing else to do. These few minutes relaxation. Relax around the jaw and the eyes, soften through the face.
And then just bring your awareness back into your body. As I say, you can just stay where you are. It feels comfy and cosy. Otherwise, just begin to take a little stretch. Wiggle the fingers and toes. And then before you're ready to sit up, just roll to one side. Just take a breath there. And very gently make your way up to sitting. Just come to a nice comfortable seat. And at the heart centre, namaste. Thank you for practicing this evening. Happy Christmas. Look forward to seeing you in the new year. Take care. Bye.